Static on the TV, static in my chest. I'm picking up the pieces of a heart you laid to rest. The kitchen light is flickering, humming like a ghost. Of all the versions of us, I miss the one that mattered most. You said we were a puzzle, but you threw away the guide. Now I'm staring at the hollow space you used to fill inside. And I can't fix the way the silence screams your name. And I can't fix the way the sparks just died in the rain. I'm a mechanic of a memory, trying to make it start, but there's no tool in this world for a shattered heart. No, I can't fix what you tore apart. The windshield's got a hairline crack, just like my pride. I'm driving through the city just to feel the ache inside. A neon rainfall bleeds across the glass in streaks of blue. Every stoplight is a warning that I'm moving on from you. I tried to glue the edges, tried to tape the words you said, but the ink is running blurry in the pages of my head. Is it a defect in the wiring, or a failure in the soul? How do you mend a story when you've lost the main control? I'm reaching for the blueprint, but the lines are fading fast, building monuments of maybe out of shadows from the past. No, I can't fix the way the solid screams your rain. And I can't fix the way the sparks just died in the rain. I'm a mechanic of a memory, trying to make it start. There's no tool in this world for a shattered heart. No, I can't fix what you tore apart. I'm sitting in the front row of an empty weed-grown lot, staring at the screen of all the things that we are not. The projector's just the sunlight through the cracks in the old wood, showing us the happily we never understood. The vines are wrapped around the chairs, the seats are torn and gray, while the ghosts of our first summer start to flicker and to play. I can see us in the tall grass, I can see us in the sun, before the reel got tangled and the damage had begun. And I'm stuck at the wildflower cinema, watching the slow motion heavies at the phenomenal of a love that's overgrown and a heart that's out of frame, with the petals falling down like they're whispering your name. It's a beautiful disaster, a movie made of weeds, watching how the ending of a broken spirit bleeds. Yeah, it's playing on a loop at the wildflower cinema. Tiny laws are breaking through the pavement of the floor, just like the way you walked right through that heavy open door. I try to touch the image, try to stop the grainy film, but I'm just a lonely captain of a sinking wooden helm. Every bloom is like a memory that I can't help but keep, while the roots are digging into me 1,000 inches deep. It's a technicolor tragedy in a field of jagged stone. I've never felt so crowded, and I've never been so alone. Burn the tape, tear the screen, let the ivy take it all. I'm tired of the shadows dancing on the crumbling wall, but the ticket in my pocket is a weight I can't ignore, a reminder of the person that I'm not anymore. Is it nature or is it heartbreak taking over the scene? Everything is turning gray while the world is turning green. Yeah, I'm stuck at the wildflower cinema, watching the slow motion heavies at phenomenal of a love that's overgrown and a heart that's out of frame, with the petals falling down like they're whispering your name. It's a beautiful disaster, a movie of me leaves, watching how the ending of a broken spirit bleeds. Yeah, it's playing on a loop at the wildflower cinema. The capsule's getting smaller and the oxygen is thin. I'm tracing out the constellation where your heart has been. I'm looking through the portal at the world we used to share, but from up here I can't see the love we planted there. The radio is static, just a high and hollow hue. I'm waiting for a signal or a rescue that won't come. I've got my headphones on, playing songs you used to like. I'm drifting through the silence on a cold and lonely hike. It's a heavy kind of weightless. It's a high-speed fall. I'm the only soul awake behind this titanium wall. Yeah, I'm wide awake and drifting, sleepless in orbit. The coffee in my floating cup is bitter and it's black. Road to realization that I'm never going back. I see the city lights below, a million tiny sparks, but I'm the one who's lost inside the spaces in the dark. I wrote your name in frost upon the reinforced glass, watching all the satellites and memories go past. My heart is like an engine that is starting to overheat, running on the echoes of a love that was so sweet. Is there gravity in heaven? Is there pressure in the soul? How do you fix a mission when you've lost the main control? I'm shouting at the stars, but they don't have a word to say. They just watch me circle round in this mechanical decay. I'm tired of the floating, I'm tired of the view. I just wanna crash back down and be a ghost with you. You drift 1,000 miles away. It's a heavy kind of weightless. It's a high-speed fall. I'm the only soul awake behind this titanium wall. Yeah, I'm wide awake and drifting, sleepless in orbit. The clock on the wall is blinking 4:04. I'm sitting on the carpet, leaning against the door. The city's waking up in a hum of buzzing wires. I'm sitting in the ashes of our dying fires. I thought if I stayed up I could catch the morning light, but the sun feels like a spotlight on a crime I can't set right. And here comes the electric signs, burning through the truth in all the neon lights. It's a jagged yellow blade cutting through the dark, but it can't find the place where we lost the spark. just getting bitter. The television's on, the newsman's talking happy, but I'm wondering where you've gone. The sky's turning artificial, gold and copper chrome. A high voltage reminder that I'm all alone at home. I try to close the curtains, try to hide beneath the sheets, but I can hear the morning traffic humming through the streets. It's a digital morning, it's a synthetic day. There is no gentle dawn to wash the hurt away. Just the glare of the glass and the heat of the screen. The ghost of a person that I've already been. And here comes the electric sunrise, getting through the truth and all the neon lies. It's a jagged yellow blade cutting through the dark, but it can't find the place where we lost the spark. It's too bright, it's too loud, it's a heavy shade of blue, waking up to a world that doesn't have a you. Yeah, this electric sunrise is breaking me in two. I'm standing on the shoreline where the gray meets the blue, tracing out the distance between me and you. The water's cold and heavy, pulling at my feet, like every bitter memory that I'm forced to meet. I saw a flash of light, thought it was your return, but it's just the dying embers of a bridge I had to burn. And I'm staring at the silver horizon, searching for a sun that's never gonna rise again. It's a beautiful edge to a world that fell apart, a line of cold metal cutting through my heart. I'm reaching for the glimmer, but the light is spread too thin. I find the silver horizon, where the loneliness begins. The gulls are screaming warnings that the storm is moving in, but I can't feel the thunder through the numbness of my skin. You said there'd be a lighthouse, you said you'd be the flame. No, the wind is the only thing that's calling out your name. I've got a suitcase full of sorries and a heavy leaden soul, watching as the ocean swallows up the parts you stole. Is there a land beyond the mist where didn't turn too hard today. I'm balanced on the border of the was and will never be, wishing that the tide would come and wash the ghost of us to sleep. Yeah. I'm staring at the silver horizon, searching for a sun that's never gonna rise again. It's a beautiful edge to a world that fell apart, a light of cold metal cutting through my heart. I'm reaching for the glimmer, but the light is spread too thin on the silver horizon, where the loneliness begins. I'm turning the dial, but the signal is thin. Trying to find where your voice ends and the silence begins. The sun is hitting the floorboards in a dusty yellow haze, lighting up the wreckage of our neon-colored days. I'm staring at your picture till my eyes begin to blur. I miss the messy person that you actually were. Now you're just a frequency I can't quite catch, a fire in the distance that I can't reach with a match. And I'm lost in the golden static, high voltage heartbreak, heavy and dramatic. I can hear I love you through the hum and the hiss, but there's 1,000 miles of nothing in a memory like this. It's a beautiful distortion, a warm and glowing light, watching our forever flicker out and die in the golden static. The shadows in the corner are beginning to talk, like the weight of every secret that we hid behind the wall. I'm breathing in the copper, I'm tasting the salt, looking for a reason why it's all my fault. The radio is buzzing with a song we used to know, but the lyrics are all tangled and the tempo's getting slow. It's funny how the light makes the lonely look like gold, while I'm shivering in a story that's already been told. Is it interference, or is it just the end? How many broken signals does a broken heart send? I'm reaching for the antenna, I'm praying for a word, but the only thing that's left is the sound of being unheard. It's a bright, heavy hum, it's a beautiful scream. I'm waking up in pieces from a technicolor dream. I'm lost in the golden static, high voltage heartbreak, heavy and dramatic. I can hear you, I love you through the hum and the hiss, but there's 1,000 I'll forever flicker out and die in the golden static. I'm looking at the radar, watching dots turn into gray. Another piece of us just drifted light years away. We were circling the earth, held together by the heat. Now I'm looking at the crater where our spirits used to meet. The oxygen is leaking and the gauges all say low. There's no more fuel to keep us where the steady winds blow. I'm pushing every button, but the screen is just a blur. I miss the gravity of being exactly where you were. And we're just falling satellites, burning up the memory of 1,000 lonely nights. We're crashing through the atmosphere of fire in the sky, a heavy, brilliant ending to a long and slow goodbye. No more signal, no more light, no more ground in sight. Just the metal and the sorrow of these fallen satellites. World looks small and quiet from this height above the clouds, but the silence in this cockpit is getting way too loud. I can see the city lights where we used to walk the streets. Now I'm just a streak of silver that the bitter ocean meets. I've got a black box full of secrets and a heart made out of lead, replaying every never and the always that we said. We're breaking into pieces as we hit the heavy air, falling toward a planet where you're no longer there. They'll see us from the ground and think it's just a shooting star. They won't know the heavy truth of just how broken we are. It's a high-speed collision with the reality of no, a final flaming orbit before we let it all go. The heat is getting closer, the friction's in my chest. I'm ready for the impact, I'm ready for the rest. Yeah, we're just falling satellites, burning up the memory of 1,000 lonely nights. We're crashing through the atmosphere of fire in the sky, a heavy, brilliant ending to a long and slow goodbye. No more signal, no more light, no more ground inside. Just the metal and the sorrow of these fallen satellites. reach out to touch you, but my hand goes through the air. I can smell your perfume, I can see you standing there at the edge of the curtain, in that dress of deep maroon. But you're just a trick of light beneath a lonely afternoon. I've been chasing a feeling that I know is long gone, like a dreamer who's terrified of waking to the dawn. And I'm lost inside this velvet barrage, hiding all the wreckage in a memory's garage. It feels so soft and warm until the truth begins to sting. I'm holding on to nothing, but I'm giving everything. A beautiful deception, a heavy, hollow dodge, droning in the ripples of this velvet mirage. The walls are draped in silk, but the stone is cold beneath. I'm smiling for the camera while I'm gritting every tooth. You say you still love me in the echoes of the room, but it's just a ghost story woven on a broken loom. I'm walking on a carpet made of smoke and purple haze, trying to find the exit of this artificial maze. Is it better to believe a lie that keeps the heart at rest, or to face the empty silence and the hollow in my chest? I'm sinking in the fabric, I'm suffocating slow, in a world of pretty colors with nowhere left to go. A heavy, hollow dodge, droning in the ripples of this velvet mirage. The streetlights are bleeding, melting into the street. I'm tracing the puddles with these heavy, tired feet. The air is still hanging, thick with the scent of the storm. But I'm shivering cold in the place where your arms were warm. I touch the damp brickwork, it feels like the skin of a ghost of the person in this world that I think I'll miss the most. The clouds have all emptied, they've nothing left to say. Just like the silence that followed when you walked away. And it feels like velvet after rain, a soft heavy texture on a jagged kind of pain. The world is on my fall, wrapped in a deep indigo blue, while I'm drowning in the softness of the memory of you. It's a beautiful ending, it's a whip-blown weary refrain, sinking into the silence of the velvet after rain. After rain. Your coat's on the hanger, still damp from the drive. I'm holding the sleeve just to feel like we're still alive. The fabric is heavy, it's soaking up all of my tears. A collection of sorry that we haven't spoken in years. I look out the window, the sidewalk is shining like glass, watching the ghosts of our better days quietly pass. The thunder is over, but the pressure is still in my chest. A heart that is broken and finally laid to rest. Is the quiet a blessing, or is it a curse to be still? When the water is rising and I've lost the strength of my will, I'm walking on velvet, but there's glass underneath every step, breaking the promises that neither one of us kept. The sky is a curtain and the show is finally done. I'm standing in the shadows of a long forgotten sun. The party's over now. The guests all slipped away. I'm left with quiet walls, and your cologne still stays. I'm in the kitchen now, with shadows on the tile. The room still knows your shape. It holds you for a while. The embers in the grate are turning ghostly white. I touch the bed you left and sink into the night. We're just afterglow hearts, still warm in the dark. The fire is gone now, but it still leaves a mark. We're just afterglow hearts, a sunset in parts, burning out slow. Still afterglow hearts. The wine is turned to sour in the glass you left behind, and every bitter taste keeps pacing through my mind. I caught a flash of gold, then thought you'd reach the door, but it was just the street slipping under the floor. We built a flame so high it almost touched the stars. Now I'm among the suit and all these little scars. It's a slow motion ending, a quiet hurting fade, watching all that we were turn to charcoal shade.